All right, everyone. So The Rock talked about his working relationship with Triple H. Shout out to Wrestle Talk for the transcript. Triple H loves this business. I've known him for a long time. He's doing a great job, and I talk with him often. What I like about Triple H is he'll present me with something. I like it. We'll chop it up, and I'll present him with something else. What I like about Paul, and it's always been this way with Paul, even when we wrestling, it's that, hey, let's do something unpredictable, something that's bold. Regarding tonight with the final boss and Cody Rhodes and saying, I want to make you bigger than The Rock and your baby's legacy, I want to make them come true. Audacious, bold, and disruptive. I can tell Paul, and he'll say, yeah, great. And that's what I love about him. And that's the bond we have. Nick Khan is the same way. And Ari Emanuel, who is my close business partner, who is the owner, he feels the same way as well. So, I like a lot of what what The Rock and Triple H are. I like this relationship because I know, and I've been critical of it too, of the fact that Rock, he could just kind of push his weight around a lot. And last year, obviously people were really pissed about what he did. But The Rock is the biggest star still. I mean, Roman is loved, but you saw what it was like when Rock returned. I mean, he's a big name and he's a big deal. And I do think that 9 times out of 10, Rock is going to hit a home run. That 1 out of 10 was last year, and the fans and the company kinda, I don't wanna say they stood up to him, but they made the change when the fans wanted it that way, you know? And so, I love this, and I think Triple H is doing such a great job, and I don't wanna say that in a way that, I know it probably gets tiring at this point. Everyone's like, "Oh my god," everybody's talking about how great Triple H is doing, and now you're starting to hear some more criticisms from some people, but I say it in a way of, this is a tough job and he's not going to be perfect, but I think he's just able to kind of juggle, someone like The Rock, who's this megastar, and also making sure that, the stories WWE wants to tell are being told. And by the way, this was a risk. They completely changed everything on SmackDown to make room for this segment with no clue what the future of it was going to be. And I think they've created through this segment, even if you thought it was too long, even if you thought this and that about it, they've created now a buzz about what the hell is the future of this going to be. And they made Elimination Chamber even bigger than it already was because now The Rock and Cody are going to be there and Cody's going to make his decision. And I think people have to understand that as much as you can criticize aspects of the segment, if it was too long, was it weird? Should they have had a script? Whatever, those type of things. At the end of the day, a week from now, what are you gonna remember from that SmackDown? You're gonna be remembering, "Holy crap, at Elimination Chamber, we're gonna be figuring out, like, what is Cody gonna do?" That's what you're gonna remember from the segment going into Elimination Chamber in long term. You're not gonna remember all the other stuff about it. So, I think it delivered on the goal. Wasn't perfect, but it delivered on the goal. And that's a testament to Triple H and The Rock, but to Triple H because he's allowing for The Rock to come in and say, "Look, I have this idea. Let's take a big risk and let's try it out." Because if this thing fell flat, let's say this was terrible, or The Rock decides, in a couple weeks that it doesn't go anywhere, this segment's going to look a lot worse. But being able to take that risk, that's something that you need to have in the position. Vince McMahon was very willing to take risks, maybe more early on than later during his time. But that's an important part of doing this job is if you want to deliver big, you're going to have to take a few risks. And I think this was one. So thank you all for watching.